and planning, joining us to discuss red flags to watch for and how to have honest conversations to build a strong financial foundation. Craig Bolanos, co-founder and chief executive, VestGen Wealth Partners, Inverness and Downers Grove. The website is getretiredstayretired.com. Craig, what are the first conversations that couples should be, and I know this is a difficult one, but what are the conversations couples should be first having before merging finances?
Everyone makes it so difficult, but it doesn't need to be. I tell everybody, if you're a couple, you've been together a long time, odds are you've already gotten naked together. The truth is you got to get financially naked, and you need to have open communication and clear expectations about what the income is, what are the debts that you're bringing into the relationship, and talk about your spending habits. And once people make themselves vulnerable, then we can pivot into creating a system, and all couples should have their own unique system, don't you think?
Yeah, all right, Craig. So we're naked. We're talking about our finances. What are some red flags that might, that we might want to look out for when we're combining money?
Oh, well, the red flags are sincere. There's no quicker way to end a relationship than financial infidelity. And if we're talking about red flags, an example would be not disclosing a debt. A red flag would be having a side bank or a side investment account that you're not exposing to your best friend in life, your husband, your wife, your partner. A third example of a red flag in finance would, of course, be large amounts of inconsistent income. That might show that someone's moonlighting or doing a side hustle because they want to have income that they're not sharing with their partner, but it all gets reconciled on a tax return.
All right, so you got joint, separate, hybrid accounts, maybe some debt you're stocking up. How often should couples check in on their finances so that the information is there?
I think you have to commit at a very granular concept to have a financial date night twice per year. Now, does that mean going out to dinner? Does it mean just meeting in the kitchen? Whatever it might be, you've got to have a scheduled time to talk about finances to make sure you're aligned, because being a couple creates leverage. It's about getting on the same page and working towards the same goals. And if you can have a larger conversation at least twice a year, then that conversation is going to support the idea of everything all goes into one pot in the middle, or you create a foundation of there's your money, your partner's money, and then there's got to be some intersection where it's joint money together. As long as there's a joint account somewhere, you can prevail.
All right, and sometimes we see resentments in the way that this is set up. Is there a risk, or what's the danger of one partner managing all the money?
I always think being in a relationship creates leverage. Someone's going to have a certain subset of talent that is better than yours. So I don't think there's anything wrong with having one person pay the bills. I don't think there's anything wrong with one person being the financial steward in the couple. But that's all the reason you have to have a coalescement at least twice per year for that financial steward to set the expectations of here's what we have, here's why we have it, here's how it benefits us, and seek that input. And if you do that, the divide and conquer mentality can work great.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. Craig Bolanos, co-founder and chief executive, VestGen Wealth Partners, Inverness and Downers Grove. The website, getretiredstayretired.com. Up next.